All right, so I'm out here working on my deck and look what showed up. It's the brand new Milwaukee M12, but not fuel, subcompact brushless drill driver and impact. Now today's April 21st, day after Easter, day after 420, and these things are supposed to come out May 1st, but they showed up early. I'm not complaining about that. I would have come in handy earlier because I literally just got done screwing in a couple hundred deck screws working on my blocking and everything, but they're here now and I am not complaining about that. I even got these things on a discount thanks to the tool show, so I saved $50 off of them. Instead of the regular $199 price, I only paid $150 at Ohio Power Tools, so big ups to that. Anyways, they're here now. Let's open them up and check them out. Now, before we open these, let's check out some of the specs. Now, it says they're subcompact. They're only 5.4 inches instead of 6.4. I don't know what 6.4 is. Maybe it's a DeWalt or something. But, oh, it's got to be the original brushed M12 tools. And they're also lighter, 2 pounds instead of 1.7. They have the brushless motor. And then because this is a kit, it comes with the drill driver, impact, two 2-amp-hour batteries, the M12 charger, and a little contractor bag. All right, let's open it up. Same old on the back, just the specs, some propaganda. All right, what do you know it? There's the tool bag, as promised. That beautiful Milwaukee red. Can't get enough of that. It's become an addiction. All right, so what do we got in here? Usual paperwork, impact, charger, little poster thing, pluck them and file them. All right, let's start with the stuff we already know about. The charger, standard M12, it's not rapid or anything. We probably all have a million of these, but you get one. And then you also get two 2-amp-hour batteries. Kind of like these smaller batteries. They don't have as much performance as, you know, the larger ones like the 5.0 and the 6.0, but they are a lot smaller, which this tool is small. All right, so 2 of these. And then let's start with the drill. Wow, look at that. This thing is really tiny. Like, I'm a big guy, don't have the biggest hands, but I am a really big guy. And look at that. Fit and finish. It's really nice. It doesn't, the way the drill settings are and everything remind me of the other non-fuel Milwaukee compact, the M18. Very similar to that. It definitely has the same clutch because it has this little bearing on it. The speed slides like that. Nice. I really like this. All right, let's check out the compact. There's nothing else in this bag. The compact is even smaller. This thing like freaking disappears. Look at that. If this is even halfway powerful, it's pretty impressive. Now, the actual head of it is not that much smaller than the M18 subcompact, but as a whole, it's still a lot smaller. All right, let's put a battery in this thing, check it out. All right, first run. There you go. Now, it has 2 bars of battery. The indicator's on the top, I like that. I think this is just single speed, but that's fine. Has a nice breeze on top. Let's see if the camera picks it up. Oh yeah. Let's check out the drill now. All right, first spin. There you go. Got some little torque to it. Now the battery is obviously low and this is speed 1. Let's turn it up. There you go. It's got that little rock in your hand. That's how you know it's got a little bit of torque when it stops. Really nice. Now these are not the best chucks, but I like them because this little part here spins, so if you're up against a wall or something, it's more than likely not going to damage it because this will just spin. Cool. Let's try driving some screws. All right, so I just have a few of these 3 1/8" GRK structural screws. It's basically what I was screwing in for the blocking today. Literally a few hundred, and here we are at the end of the day. But let's check out the speed on these. Now we'll start with the drill. Again, the battery's only got 2 bars and it's 2.0, so this is basically as slow as it'll ever be. Let's check it out. This is a pressure treated 2x6 on its side. That's all I had handy. It's just some scrap wood. All right, here we go. Start it, send it home. Wow, zero struggle with that. And you know, realistically, this is about as big as you're gonna go. It drove it in super far. Let's try the clutch on setting 8. There you go, flush, perfect. Nice little do. One more. Let's try speed 1. Not bad. Obviously a little slower, but sometimes you need a little bit more torque. I don't know if you heard, there was a little grinding sound. Hopefully it was just the screws banging up against this fan or something, but either way, let's check out the impact. All right, got the impact driver now. Same 3 screws. Definitely got them in there. It started impacting a little earlier than I would like, but it is a small driver. Let's try this next one. Not too shabby. One more for fun. Again, gets it in there. Definitely a little slower than the M12 fuel stuff. The impacting kind of starts pretty soon, but again, the battery's only got 1 bar. It's a smaller driver. All in all, not too bad. It's really smooth. The drill especially smooth. You don't feel vibrations or anything. Good feel in the hand. Let's try the M12 fuel just so you get a little taste of fuel speed. Now, this is basically going to be the polar opposite. This is the M12 fuel with the 5 amp hour battery that is fully charged, 4 bars. Let's check it out. Speed 3. Same screws. See what it can do. Yeah, they kind of don't have to wonder which is faster. Let's try another one. Let's try the drill. All right, M12 fuel drill driver now, generation 4. This one only has 2 bars on this 5 amp hour battery because I used it quite a bit earlier. Again, this was a surprise delivery. See what it can do. Yeah, no denying that. This is a whole lot faster. It's definitely a different class of tool. But those suckers are tiny. You know what? Let's try the M18 subcompacts. All right, M18 subcompact drill. 2 amp hour battery. It only has 3 bars. So this is definitely as slow as this will be pretty much. Speed 2. There you go. You know, surprisingly, was not night and day difference than the M12. Let's try one more. There you go. Definitely doesn't lack power. Let's try the subcompact M18 Impact too. All right, M18 subcompact, same 2 amp hour battery. This freaking scrap wood is filling up with holes. It's about to split in half, but let's see what this can do. Yeah, that's just a little bit faster. Yeah. All right, let's do one more with the M12 subcompact. Again, low battery, but you know what? Let's try putting a 5 amp hour in it. Back for more punishment. Fully charged 5 amp hour. Now that's about as fast as it'll ever get, so it's definitely not a speed demon, but man, this thing's tiny. I still love it. Let's try the drill one more time with this battery. All right, speed 2. Clutch on drill, fully charged 5 amp hour battery. All right, here we go. This thing's actually not too bad. It's got some power. I would say, just going by this is probably the better of the 2 brand new subcompact tools. Let's do one more screw. Wow, sunk it in. Let's pull them out. Freaking hot. Whoo, thing's hot. It's a warm day today too. Whoo. All right, last one. Whew, these things are definitely a lot hotter than I should be holding. All right, nice little drill. Let's do a quick little size comparison between all the other drills I was just using and wrap it up. All right, so I'm out here on my back deck and I got them all laid out and everything, and you know what? They're really not that much difference in size. Like, this is the M12 subcompact. This is the M18 subcompact. Look at this. Freaking dang near identical. The back. This is obviously got a bigger battery, but the actual drills themselves, or impacts themselves, pretty similar. This thing is still freaking small once you factor in the battery and everything, but it kind of shows to show you this is kind of a sleeper. Been out for a little while, but it's very powerful, tiny, obviously. Can't go wrong. But this I still really like. I think I'm going to use it for indoor stuff, you know, things like that. This drill that comes with it was definitely a sleeper. I was kind of a little more excited about the impact, to be honest with you, but this thing really surprised me. But again, it's not night and day smaller than the M18 compact. Now, ironically, the M12 fuel stuff, the biggest of the bunch, but hey, you know, they're plenty powerful for being 12 volts. So that is gonna do it for this one. I'm gonna kick back and enjoy this sunset that's coming around. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because I'm going to have a full review of these new M12 tools and all these other things I have. All right, so until next time, peace.